Hello YouTube, it is Mr. Maclunkey back again with another roster review. I know it's been a while since I have gotten around to some of these roster reviews, but I wanted to let you know that I just felt like so much had changed in the game since the last reviews, both at the end of last year up through the beginning of this year. I felt like my old roster review template didn't quite capture the essence of what's in the game. So I went through, um, reconfigured the whole review template. I do plan on tweaking this as I go, but as of right now for 2026, this is ready to go. I did also want to announce that I'm now offering premium roster reviews for $20,000. So if that is something you're interested in, reach out and let me know. We can coordinate payment. So for this first review back, we do have a request for a roster roast, special request to be gentle. Although I don't think I have reviewed this person's roster before, so maybe they've gotten their roster reviewed by someone else. But this does seem to be the first time that I am going to review this. So pronouns are he, him. How do I pronounce their name for this review? Moron. And here I was thinking that this word was pronounced heretic, but I guess moron is the correct pronunciation, so we'll go with that. That's the purpose of these kind of questions. I want to be able to use the correct pronouns for the people that I do review, and I want to pronounce your name correctly. Always hate, always in like graduation ceremonies or things like that, they just pronounce all of the names wrong. And it's such a big and important part of people's life. And I mean, I went to a large high school with a lot of names, a lot of mispronounced names, and I just want to think that these roster reviews are on the same level as graduating with your high school diploma, and I want to take it a step above. So in terms of dietary restrictions, just picky, same. So the GG link is here. I already have it pulled up. So this is Moron's profile. So we are almost in the double digits for GP. Let's see. Yeah, all of this looks very technical. I am seeing Bronzium 3, so if you wanted a roster roast, I feel like I could probably just screen cap this and call it a day. I am seeing as well, we are running one of my favorite meta teams for Squad Arena. However, I am seeing you are doing the 4-man variant, and you do not have IG-12 and Grogu on the end there. So I think once we dive a little bit deeper into the roster view, I'm going to go and check. Maybe you don't have that character unlocked yet. Uh, you are way behind on fleets. You're not running a meta capital ship. So I'm wondering if this is a troll. If you have kind of gone in here and changed things around for your roster before the review or not. So once we dive in there, we'll be able to see, are you trolling me or are you just really in need of a roast? How many ally points? Honestly, I do think you do have a problem. You lashing out at like lashing out at me like this. Um, I think it's just projection. So we'll kind of dive back into that a little bit later. Feel free to reach out in DMs if you need some help. So what level is your cup? So you do say relic 9, which would make you a pleasure to have in class if true. So let me go over here. Yep, it is relic 9. Looking good. Let's check the potency real quick. 30%. Not bad. Not bad. Clone Wars Chewbacca. You don't care about Clone Wars Chewie? You are going to have to see me after class for that one. I am going to go in and confirm this. You at least have him at 7 stars, but it's not quite right. Potency about the same, so not too bad. Let's see. Do you hate fleets? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. And I mean, looking at the fleet comp that you were rocking there, I can see why. And looking at your ships, oh my god, man. Well, okay, so you've got the core, like original 3. You do have Finalizer and Radis. You have Malevolence and Negotiator. You have Chimera, but none of the meta fleets. And kind of scrolling through here, Like Rogue One is low investment. Even the main fleet you're using in Fleet Arena is low investment. I am seeing a lot of investment into Leviathan. It looks like that might be where you're going next. Planning on potentially skipping over some of these other ones. I am seeing Relic 10 on Vader too, which is an interesting choice. I am almost starting to wonder, looking at this roster. So the only GL is Kylo, and it looks like a recent unlock because you don't have the alt. So you are, it looks like since the GG last refreshed, you did actually tip over into the 10 million GP range. I want to check like your Qui-Gon Jinn here, but like not a lot of relics on Qui-Gon because I was wondering potentially if this is someone who is maybe um, like an old returning player, like you played for a while back in the classic era, like maybe you have some of like the junk rebels, like Biggs at 3 and Wedge at 3 with no Zeta. Yeah, like I don't know. It doesn't seem like you're someone who had invested heavily into some of those like old teams. But it also seems like you haven't really invested heavily into a lot of the meta teams either. So you're in kind of a weird spot here where I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Because I was going to say heavy investment in Vader. That to me does seem like an old school player sort of thing. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a wild roster you've got here, man. Let's kind of go a little bit deeper into here. So Leviathan unlocked no. Relic Revan. I saw that it was Relic 8. It looks like you are gearing up for a Leviathan unlock, probably within the next couple months here. I should check. Malgus is present, and the ship. Didn't you used to be able to get to the ship from here, or is that like only for your actual roster? Um, let's filter by Sith. I'm not gonna find it. Okay. Yeah, so you've got the kind of most important parts there. Yeah, it looks like you're mostly focused on relicking characters rather than on getting the ships together. Which, granted, I don't know. Maybe you did get the Lightspeed bundles. I don't know what's in the new Lightspeed bundles. I haven't checked. Do you have mods? Maybe. We'll do just kind of a quick scatter shot here. Yep, mods on Vader, mods on Kylo. Okay, cool. We are actually seeing some mods on the lower tier of the roster here, which makes me think maybe again this might be someone who is like an older player that just has this accumulation of junk mods to throw on some of these uninvested tunes. But I am now seeing there are a few of these guys that are unmodded. Can I sort by mod slots? Cool. Okay. Wait, no, I want to go the other way around. I'm gonna assume that you got the Lightspeed bundle because where are the mods on this guy? There is a GAC lock at the end of the day today, and you do not have mods on your Bane. That is crazy. Um, okay, yeah, not bad. So I would say mods maybe. That is accurate. Get mods on your Bane. I'm gonna try and rush this video out, and I will at you in Slice of Otagunga to make sure you get mods on that guy. Even if it's just random BS mods, get something on him, dude. He's such a good tune. So you are taking the Era tunes to 5 stars for the Ignorance level ROI. That is factual. We've got the 5 stars there. Level 27 tells me that maybe you might have invested a little extra into this tune than kind of the base default. Potentially trying to earn a little bit of that era currency to maybe get some of those Lightspeed tokens to get a few of these guys, some of these more neglected tunes up in relics. Relics raid score, plead the fifth. Well, we have the tools, so we're gonna check in here. So I am seeing. Whoa. Okay, so some crate dragon, a pit, a couple of tank takedowns, and then Sith Triumvirate. So I'm gonna actually hop over and check in on your guild here. So it seems like you are one of two GLs. You're top of the stack in this guild. Casual guild occasionally go on and remove people. So this is kind of like a retirement sort of casual guild. Okay, you're the leader of it too. So that makes sense. You've got kind of this kind of chill vibes sort of place for people to relax, a place to maybe boost up some newer players to the game, and give some kind of older players that are just chilling a place to kind of hang out. So with that in mind, you running the Sith Triumvirate raid, like that's cool. Like that's fine. And it looks like as well, sometimes you participate, sometimes not. It seems like this game is fairly casual for you. Like you'll hop in and do some stuff um, if you're interested in it. But for the most part, just wanted to relax. So plead the fifth. I will say, I mean, I might even give that an other. Like you're not necessarily doing anything wrong. You're just not necessarily playing the hardcore meta play style that someone like Egnards or myself might be playing. So hopping on over, let's take a look here. So we are seeing, what are you currently working on? Relicking Jar Jar, and then also unlocking the Grand Inquisitor. Speaking of Egnards, let's go take a look at these Gungans. So Relic 5 on most of them, 7 on Phalanx. Um, Interesting. I'm not sure if you're planning on taking all of them to Relic 7 or not. I also made the mistake. All my Gungans are Relic 5 except Tarples is Relic 7 from back when that unlock event was overtuned for Jar Jar. So I took Tarples up to try and beat it. Didn't end up beating it. I was going to take the rest of them to Relic 7, but I ran out of Relic mats, and then the raid passed, and I never got around to it. But Jar Jar, you've invested a decent amount in him. Probably worth it to get that last little bit of Relic in there. Taking a look at the Inquisitorius, you said going for the unlock for Grand Inquisitor. I think is it Relic 5 that you need for the unlock, or is it Relic 7? I always get it confused. I know I took mine to Relic 7 before unlocking him, just because I was gearing up for the Tatooine mission in Rise of the Empire. Which honestly, I don't know if you're even doing the Tatooine mission in Rise of the Empire. I don't know if there's a way for me to even view that. It's probably on the guild thing. Yeah, it looks like we're not really doing Rise of the Empire here. It looks like we're doing Hoth for the most part, which kind of fits. Not too bad. Definitely no shame in that. But yeah, so Grand Inquisitor, if it is a Relic 5 unlock, which I'm pretty sure it is, you're pretty close. And then if not, there's no real need to kind of rush up to Relic 7. What do you wish you were working on, Egnards? Yeah, I think we all kind of do wish that, but what are you working on? Be dishonest, your mom? Okay, we're starting with your mom jokes again. Dude, this is my first roster review since updating the template. And we're already back to these petty jokes. Anything else I should know before judging you publicly? I'm lazy. Well, moron. I don't know if I would necessarily say lazy. It seems like you're just going at a different pace than the rest of us. I think in Galaxy of Heroes, we often hear that kind of platitude of this game is a marathon, not a sprint. And I think some of us can get caught up in that sprinting mindset. We can kind of be stuck always chasing the new stuff, comparing ourselves to guildmates, just trying to rush, 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 rush. And I think honestly, there is something quite special about a person's first R10 being like OG Darth Vader. Like that's awesome to me. And I think as well, just taking a look at these things, I know you've requested a roast. There are a few things that are roast worthy, but honestly, when you zoom out and look at everything as a whole, it all comes together. Your roster forms a beautiful gestalt, and I think you're exactly where you need to be. I'm even seeing some things like Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan being at R9. Like there are definitely some things that you're doing that are going to be a massive boost to your ROI. Slicker, as soon as you get alt on him, he becomes tremendous for proving grounds. And I think we do. We all kind of approach things at a different standpoint. I know by the time I was at around 7 mil galactic power, I did. I rushed that kind of holy trinity of Executor, Java, and JML. And I think it served me really well, and it was one of the first big pushes towards becoming competitive. Um, but this roster here is a reminder. We don't always need to take those kind of optimized paths. We can get there when we get there. Um, so I am seeing a few areas definitely need for improvement. I know one thing I did say I was going to go back and take a look at was IG 12. So I am seeing you do have IG12 at Relic 7, so that is one thing I will say. Just in terms of your squad arena, yeah, I know this four-man squad is serving you really well. I see rank 272, but I honestly do think if you were able to slot IG12 plus Grogu in right there, you'd be doing so much better. Like the full five-man squad really does make a difference. It adds so much to the factor, and every time you run a squad arena battle, it's going to auto-populate your Darth Vader in that corner. You don't want him in there. You don't want to have to keep clicking him out. Just run IG-12 plus Grogu, and I think you'll be set there. In terms of everything else, of course, did Han shoot first? You chose option 69. So not really much else to say other than that. I wanted to say thank you so much for being kind of the guinea pig for this new roster review template. I hope that you learned a thing or two about your roster, and I hope all of you audience viewing this have learned a thing or two about yourselves. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.